All right, hello. This is going to be a little tutorial on time value of money and how to use the tables. Now, first, let me say that you can use Excel, you can use a financial calculator. There's other ways to do this, but most people, when they learn the first time, they usually learn using time value of money tables. So I have the present value here of a lump sum table that I'm demonstrating at this particular time. So again, hopefully you saw the previous post, which had those two questions that you need to ask. So when you're looking for an amount of money, is the amount of money that I'm looking for, is it something that's happening more than once? Like, are we talking about a payment situation? If so, we're looking for an annuity. If not, we're looking for a lump sum. And then we have to ask ourselves the second question, which is the amount of money that we're looking for, in other words, the answer to our question, is that an amount of money that's today or now, or is that some amount of money that we're looking at in the future? So I'll just create a scenario here. Let's say that 5 years from now, we know that we need to have an amount of money that's equal to $10,000, right? So we know that $10,000 5 years in the future. We want to know what amount of money do we have to put away today in order for it to be worth $10,000 in the future. And so there's two aspects to a time value of money table. There's the periods along the left side here, and then there's the percentages. Now this is a partial table. These tables can go all the way out to all kind, 15, 20, 30, 40%, whatever, and the periods can go to 100 or more. And you can also have like 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 type of a thing. This is just a basic, simple present value of a lump sum table. So I have that out there, which should give you the indication to the answer to the two questions that we have here. Now I said we know we have $10,000 in the future is how much we need. So what we're looking for is how much do I need to put away today in order to get to $10,000. So there's a couple of things that we have to know. So what is what they call the discount rate, or what is the interest rate or the rate of return that we can make in the meantime in order to get to that $10,000? And you'll generally be given that number in any type of a problem. And then there's the periods of compounding. Now when you're talking about annual compounding, which is the simplest one, all of these periods represent a year. But if we were talking about semi-annual compounding, in other words, interest is calculated twice a year, you have to take the periods of compounding, and that becomes, you have to multiply how many of those you have in a year by the numbers of periods. So if I have semi-annual compounding, that's 2 periods per year. So if I have a 5-year situation, it's 5 times 2 to get you to 10 periods. If I have quarterly compounding, that means there's 4 compounding periods a year. So you would take the number of years times the number of compounding periods, 4, 5 times 4, you'd go all the way down to 20. If I had monthly compounding, again, the number of years times the type of compounding per year, 12 in this case, so it would be 5 times 12, you'd have to go down and find 60 periods. But for our purposes, I'm going to keep it simple. We're going to be talking about annual compounding. And again, 5 years, and let's say 6% is how much I can earn between now and this 5-year period of time when I need that $10,000. So again, the question is, how much money do I need to put away today in order for it to be worth $10,000 5 years from now? Okay, so this is why I'm using the present value, because I'm trying to determine how much today. And I'm only putting in one chunk of money. I'm not investing every month or every year in order to get to that $10,000. So that's why it's a lump sum. So we have a present value of a lump sum. So again, 5 years is the period. So I find that period, which is right here. Since we're talking about annual compounding, it's 5 times 1, because there's only one compounding period each year. And then I said 6% is the amount of money that we can earn. So I find 6%, and I find period 5, and I come across, and it's 0.7473. So if I take my amount of money, $10,000, and I multiply it by 0.7473, I get $7,473. So what that answer represents is that's the amount of money that I have to invest today. If I invest $7,473 today at 6% interest and I let it sit there for 5 years, I'm going to have $10,000.